Alakazam after-show parties are a fun and interactive way to learn magic in real time from your favourite magicians. It's a great opportunity to ask questions, tips and advice from the comfort of your own home. Simply log into your Alakazam account when you purchase the ticket and tune in to the My Streaming video section when the after-show goes live. The great thing is you can pre-order your after-show ticket in advance and take advantage of an incredible discount. But don't worry if you can't make the date or time, because the video will be saved into your account. So to be the first to hear all the latest and greatest announcements, head over to alakazam.co.uk and join our email list right now.
Hi guys, welcome to this week's Alakazam Live.
Live!
That first thing wasn't you live, that was a trailer.
I know, it's devious, isn't it?
It is very devious.
I'm wearing the same things.
So that was about our Alakazam after shows. There isn't one today, but there was one last week with Paul Gordon, so I want to thank everyone that tuned into that.
That was so much fun as well.
It was really good.
And if you missed it, you can still watch it.
Yeah.
You can just buy it as a streaming video and it will just sit in your account. So that's the great thing about this. You know, if you do miss it, it will still be there so you can just watch it whenever you want.
Yeah, they're really cool, and we've got some really good ones coming up as well. So make sure you tune into those. There was something else I was going to mention as well. Okay. And do you know what? I can't even remember what it is.
Well, it's probably good we talk about it.
What?
Well, just mention the fact you forgot it.
Right, okay. I forgot it.
All right, okay, right, let's move
on. We have got, if you want to leave us a message, they're all coming up here. So I want to say hi to Steve Black. We've got Matthew Pomeroy. We've got Dean Setters, Mark Cole. Quite a few people joining us, so thank you very much. If you want to send us a message, just drop it under here if you're watching on Facebook. You can tweet by using the hashtag Dobson Live. You can send a message via Instagram with the hashtag Dobson Live, or obviously on our YouTube channel as well.
Which brings us through seamlessly to our today and the special event.
Can I just, I've remembered.
Oh,
I remembered what I was going to say.
Yeah.
Tomorrow evening at 7 o'clock, we are having another Alakazam Live.
Yeah.
And that is a live product launch.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
So join us. Yes, I know. In the studio. Yeah, join us tomorrow night, because I'm really excited about this project. We're going to have the gentleman who is involved in the project via the internet.
Yeah.
So we're going to have a great chat with him. You're going to see the trailer. This will be the first place that the trailer is dropped. And
we've also got a very special offer from our good friend Luch, the mind reader.
And you have an interview with Luch as well. So it's going to be a great evening tomorrow night. So do join us for that. That'll be 7 o'clock.
Yeah, on Twitter, Facebook and YouTube.
There we go. But on to today.
Yeah.
And today we have a very special live for you. We are joined by two incredible magicians. Well, one of them is incredible.
And the other one's Mike Sullivan.
There we go. Two awesome magicians. And obviously, Mike Sullivan is from Dietrich.
Yep.
Or Wayne Dodson's. I know they've changed the name, but we'll get into that a little bit later.
Yep.
And so we're going to see a lot of Dobson stuff, but also they've got some great offers for you as well. So,
yeah. So what we're going to do now is we are going to drop in a little performance of the man himself, Wayne Dodson, and then I will be joined by Mike Sullivan.
Awesome.
Yeah?
Should we do that now?
Yeah. Here's a performance of Wayne Dodson.
My name's Shovel, Sam Shovel. I'm a private dick. I'd been working on a case that called for a smoke. Kind of a cigarette case. That's the thing about smoking, gets right up your nose. The famous Hollywood glamour puss Vicky Verky had gone missing, but somebody passed me a note. Be sharp, it said. Try Professor Poop and Scooper's laboratory. I sat in the toilet for nearly 3 hours. At least I had something to go on. Eventually, I reread the note and made the connection, and here I was. The lab was full of strange equipment. I listened to a glass jar, and it was a witty retort. It wasn't. There were more flashing lights here than a Las Vegas casino. I sure wouldn't have liked this guy's electricity bill. Suddenly I heard the sound of footsteps. I secreted myself behind the cabinet. Gets you like that when you're nervous. You didn't have to be a professor yourself to realize that this guy's lift didn't go all the way to the top floor. I was shocked. There in front of me was the head of Vicky Verky. So, the professor wasn't the only one who wasn't all there. I was disappointed. Why? Because the professor had kept the end that talks and thrown away the fun bits. It was time to deal with this maniac. Poop and Scooper obviously had the needle. It was only a small prick, but it certainly did its job. I was dopey and sleepy and a little bit grumpy. Only Poop and Scooper seemed happy. One thing was for sure, it wasn't Snow White. He bundled me into a cabinet and closed the doors. I expected the lights to go out, but this wasn't a fridge. It was trouble. The crazy professor was trying to fill my stomach without going via my mouth. I wasn't hungry for that sort of thing, even though it was only light. This was turning into one of the most illuminating experiences of my life. It looked like I was on the receiving end of one of Poop and Scooper's bright ideas. He seemed pleased with it, too. Suddenly, I started flashing. It was a nasty habit, but I just couldn't help myself. I felt strangely lightheaded. I was in a jam. Just then, Mother Nature dealt me a winning hand. The storm outside had overloaded the circuits and the professor had wound up changing occupations. He became a conductor. It was a shocking way to go. The whole place went up like the 4th of July. By the time the smoke had cleared, Poop and Scooper's current situation offered little resistance, but he had to face the charges. Vicky Verky was back in one piece. But boy, what a piece. I figured we'd have a romantic evening. I turned the lights out. She'd lost her head once. Boy, I hope she did.
Right, so that was the fantastic Wayne Dodson. Just want to tell you, I've been looking at some of the questions. Someone asked what time tomorrow, or do we mean GMT or BMT? I presume it's BST, it should be, British Summertime. Whatever my watch says, if it says 7 o'clock, we're going to be live, okay? So if you're in the UK, 7 o'clock PM, that's when we're going to go. So I'm joined by my very good friend of many years, Michael Sullivan.
Hello, Peter.
From my manor in South East London. Whoop, whoop. Hey? So, Mike,
yes.
For people that don't know you, I know you were on our very first Alakazam Live, you and Etienne. For people that don't know you, you are partners with Wayne Dodson.
Indeed.
And you have been for how long?
It's come up to about 5 years now,
About
5 or 6 years. It's gone so quick, it really has.
So you're the guy that, you know, when, I mean, it was Dietrich, but you're changing the name. So the Wayne Dodson company was called Dietrich, but it's now changing to...
The Magic of Wayne Dobson, happily enough. We just thought that Dietrich was a bit ambiguous.
Yeah.
So we've gone with the Magic of Wayne Dobson.
Yeah.
And it basically means everybody knows what we're selling.
Yeah.
The Magic of Wayne Dobson.
Yeah, that's a good shout. It's a good shout. Does what it says on the tin.
Absolutely.
So,
What's the message?
Yeah.
So the thing is, with Wayne Dobson's Magic, you produce your own stuff or Wayne's
We
stuff.
self-publish, yeah.
So you've had things like, I mean, the big seller you've had in the last couple of years has been the Key, which, you know, like...
Still going strong as
Yeah,
well.
it's such a great effect. It was originally Peter Crush's Unikey,
that's right.
which Wayne performed on his Kind of Magic.
Yes, with Lisa Goddard,
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah,
For all
yeah.
you people over For 40, you'll know who she is.
Do you know
yeah.
what? It's such a great trick for close-up,
Absolutely.
parlour.
Yep.
It's just perfect, and it looks like it's using, just an everyday object.
Yep.
Obviously, a key. So we're going to play a trailer of that later on during this Alakazam live. But that is something I know that Alakazam, we sort of get them in, sell out really quick, and then it takes ages to get them in again because they're so hard to make. But we've got a few in stock.
Well, the reason for that is, and it's just that they're hand cut.
Yeah.
The reason why they're so well made is because they are hand cut. There's hardly any machinery involved, so they look fantastic.
Yeah.
They really do. Even close scrutiny. I mean, I'm starting to lose my sight now because of my age, and sometimes I pick the wrong one up. But it's fantastic.
They do look brilliant. So later on during this live, you're going to be performing some tricks.
I am indeed.
You've also got some special offers for our viewers.
Indeed we have, yes.
So that's great. We'll be introducing those a bit later. If you've got any questions for Mike about any of the products or about Wayne Dodson Magic, remember you can leave a message under this Facebook video, leave a message on YouTube, or you can tweet with the hashtag Dobson Live or Instagram Dobson Live.
Brilliant.
All right, and they'll bring things in. So you're not only going to talk to us about two of the effects or demonstrate a few things, but you're also going to give us the world exclusive announcement on your latest release.
Yeah, unfortunately I haven't got anything to show you, but I will certainly, we've got 3 new releases coming out very shortly.
Perfect.
One of them I have to keep secret for the time being, but I will give you an exclusive.
But there is one that I've got here, which has just come out. This one here,
yes,
which we'll be explaining later.
Oh, absolutely.
Which has got a special offer running.
It has indeed, yeah.
Perfect. Okay, so
with my good mate Paul. So
Paul Martin, who's here as well.
Yes.
So we're going to go to, we're going to cut now to the performing area where we have Paul Martin and Dave Loosely, and Paul's going to speak to you about his favourite opening effect.
Closing effect.
Closing effect.
He closes.
Or middle.
Or middle.
Top, middle, or bottom. Right, so we're going to cut straight to the performing area for Dave Loosely and Paul Martin.
Here we are. Paul, thanks mate for joining us.
My pleasure, my pleasure.
I mean, first off, I want you to tell the guys a little bit about yourself. If they haven't heard of you, actually, I mean, we go back probably 10 years or so, and you were one of the busiest magicians then. You still are now.
Yeah, incredible.
So you go out, you're in the trenches, you get to work and stuff.
Yeah.
And you have an effect that you close with called Paul's Balls.
Yes.
So tell us a little bit about you and how you come up with this.
Well, as you say, I've been doing close-up for donkey's years, probably nearly coming up 20 years now, and I wanted a sort of trick that, quite often after a gig, people say, oh, can you do one more, like it might be a wedding or a private party. So I wanted a little trick that I could put in my bag that played really big and wasn't a card trick.
Right.
So I know Pete used to do a trick, still does, called the Bip Book Test.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Great trick, and I did have that. And that kind of got me thinking. I really like the idea of that, but I wanted a sort of more direct trick. And there was a lot of lottery sort of tricks, with Darren Brown.
Yeah.
He'd done his lottery one.
Yeah,
at
it
the time.
sort of blew up, didn't it? When
So I thought, right, and I loved the premise of a tossed out deck.
Mm-hmm.
So I kind of made up this little book, but with lottery numbers.
Right.
So like a tossed out deck with lottery numbers. And it worked, but then I thought, I'm going to get this made up properly.
Yeah.
And that's when I come up with Paul's Balls.
I love this. You gave me one of these very early days, actually, and it does get great reaction.
It really, really does. And
you swear by it, don't
I swear by it. I mean, literally, I do more cabaret now than I do close-up.
Right.
All over the world. And this, it translates to anybody.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, even if they don't have the lottery, which everybody does.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? My opening lines are, does anyone here play the lottery? You get a mixed response. It really doesn't matter, because we've got all your Brexit gags now as well with the UK, so you can, you've got all those sort of gags you can put in. But it's just a very simple effect.
And it packs so small.
And I promise you, it gets, of all the complicated mind reading you want to do and try and come up with brilliant routines, this, you just stand there, You do the trick, you stand there, 6 people sit down,
Take the applause.
you take the applause. And it is a killer.
It is. I've seen you do this actually live,
Yeah,
and it
yeah.
does go down absolutely.
If this was released by like one of the big American magicians who do these tricks, you know, you could sell that for 250 quid.
Yeah.
It's a full routine.
But we're knocking a fiver off.
Yeah, we're knocking a fiver off.
No, we got a good offer. We got a good offer for you on this. Now, in a moment, I'm going to come back. I'm going to talk to Paul a little bit more about how he's lasted 20 years in magic. And I don't mean that in that sort of way. I should have thought
How
about
I've lasted 20 years.
That question. We all ask.
Yeah.
So if you have any questions for Paul, like genuine questions, like working in the trenches, then get them in and we'll get them answered.
And if you do this trick and you've got any questions for me, you know, I'm happy to answer any of them.
Plus, you've got the forum, haven't you, on Facebook?
Yeah. But we're all about Alakazam today, Mike, so let's get it on.
But that's great. So let's, first off, for those who don't know it and wondering what we're talking about, let's take a look at the trailer for it right now.
If I named your number, sit down. Thank you. If I named your number, go back to your seats.
So there we have it then.
That's Paul's balls.
That is Paul's balls.
Yeah.
So do you want to go into a little bit more detail?
Yeah. Before I've got a lot of questions coming in here. Obviously, Paul Gordon. Hello, Paul. And Paul is obviously, as usual, plugging himself. We see. So, Paul, today is about me and Mike and Wayne Dobson. So, stop plugging yourself for Christ's sake, and give us a chance to talk about some other products once, please. We know you do books. We know you do DVDs. We've all got them, Paul. Yeah.
And they are bloody great.
And they are brilliant, right? They are brilliant.
But clear off. Paul, I've got a question for you. Mark Kavanagh says, how was Goa?
Hello, Mark. Yeah, it was brilliant. And I did perform Paul's balls in Goa. I've just flown out there. It was incredibly hot, 38 degrees. I was in my dinner suit and bow tie.
What was that to perform at?
That was for the launch of a new car, Suzuki
awesome.
car, that was called the Desire.
Did you get one?
No, it looked more like a... Well, I'm not going to say. It was a really lovely car. Very big in India. So I've done 2 shows over 2 nights. Just a sort of 15, 20-minute cabaret show.
Nice.
Done Paul's balls. As you saw in the trailer there, it was quite an awkward situation, actually. And it was really hot. So this was perfect. I actually got 6 people up on stage.
That's great.
And then send them back off.
And when you're travelling, that is one of the main things. You don't want to be carting all the bags around. So if you can find stuff that really can be
My whole cabaret show now packs literally into like a very small laptop case.
That is awesome.
And I can do an hour with that. And it's all strong stuff. And I've made that like that purely because I travel a lot, you know, and I don't want to lose my case or anything like that. So I want it in hand luggage.
That's great.
Yeah, so it works.
So let's give these guys an offer because Dietrich or Wayne Dobson Magic, the Magic Wayne Dobson, it's very kindly giving us a great offer on this. So you guys will get 25% off of one of these on our website. This is going to last until the end of play on Friday, and the code for that is very simply PB Live, which has changed from what I was given.
Yeah,
so
no, I don't think it is PB Live. I think it's Dobson Live.
there we go, yeah. Go for Dobson Live then. That was fantastic. So Dobson Live is your code, guys. Use that at the checkout. You'll get 25% off. So Dobson Live, not PB Live.
And the first 20 orders for any of the Dobson special offer products will receive one of these. Do you want it?
Yeah.
You can have it.
Hey!
I thought as the camera wasn't cutting to
Where's
you,
the
I might as
claim?
well take it here. So this is 50 Shades of Gold.
Yeah, brilliant book.
Which is?
It's 50 tips from Wayne Dobson about stagecraft, and it is absolute gold dust. You know, people don't know the strength of this. You know, I've been doing cabaret for what, full time now, professionally, about 10 years properly, and it's taken me that my show is only just, you know, I think coming together. You know.
It does take time.
Yeah, it really does take time. It's a completely different concept, and this little book is full of real little gems of what to do on stage that Wayne. How long, Mike? Over 20, 30 years of Wayne doing it?
Since he started showbiz. And he's picked up these tips. It's like a little notebook as well, and at the back there's some blank pages, and you can write down little notes and tidbits that you might pick up on the web. So it's a real practical guide.
Yeah.
So
anybody wanting to do cabaret or any kind of stage work.
That's great. So that will go for the first 20 people that purchase Paul's Balls with the code Dobson Live, okay? Do that at checkout. So that's for the first 20 people will get that absolutely free. So that is an awesome offer. Thank you for bringing that in.
Pleasure.
Let's take a look and see if we have any other questions. Pete, how are we doing over there?
No, we're fine. There's a lot of conversation going on, but there's not a lot of direct questions. I think you've obviously explained everything perfectly.
Shall I explain this a bit better?
Yeah, tell us a bit more about it.
So it's effectively a little tossed out book test.
Yeah.
Basically, all the numbers 1 to 59 of the lottery numbers. You pass that out into the audience. They all look at a number, 6 people. You read their minds. Get them to stand up. Snap your fingers. They all sit down. Massive applause. Now that's a very quick overview of it. There's lots of different versions you can do. You can keep one person standing up, and then you can do a last digit with them as the bonus ball.
That's always a nice way to frame it, isn't it?
Yeah.
So you get 5 to sit down, and then you directly get the hit. Yeah. Very nice.
I mean, I like both ways, to be honest, because when everyone sits down at once, there's a massive gasp in the room. You do get that with when 5 people sit down. But basically, I've written a routine for this, so it's you've got a ready-made, idiot-proof sort of 7 minutes of mind reading and comedy for you. You don't have to do anything. You just have to follow my script. There's some great gags in there. I've got some new gags that, you know, I will give a few people. If you buy it here, I'll give you a few more gags that aren't on the trailer, I don't think. But basically, or make it your own. You know, I'm a big fan of you buy a trick and try and make it your own. But for this, for what's we selling? £15.
I don't know. Yeah, it's about that after the discount
I
code.
think they are usually 25. We've got them listed at 20 on the site, but they'll get it for 15.
There you go, £15, and the first 20 people will get this for free as well. So remember that code, guys, which is Dobson Live at checkout, and you will get that. I just want to finish here actually. Earlier on, I made a quip, but I was actually being serious about, you know, you have been in it for 20 years. So what is the secret? I mean, I know that you focus a lot, not just on the effects, but performance is really important.
Absolutely.
And your personality.
Because we know there's loads of magicians out there, and I'm looking down the list here. I can see a few: Spencer Wood, Gareth. You know, they all do exactly the same stuff. It's pretty boring stuff, you know, basically.
We can't have any of that.
But no, I'm joking. But 2 of my favourite magicians, by the way. Hello, guys. The trick is to be yourself.
Yeah.
That is the trick. And both Spencer will agree with that, Gareth, who else? Paul Gordon there. You haven't got a new DVD out, have you, Paul, by any chance? But basically, the trick is to be yourself. I mean, I basically worked with Etienne donkeys years ago, and I learned a lot of Etienne. You know, he's a really good mate of mine. And although he sort of showed me some great effects to do, but then I made them myself because I'm not Etienne.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I think that's where a lot of magicians go wrong.
Yeah.
You know, you'll learn from a DVD or a book, and you'll watch like some of the other guys working, and you think, oh, well, I can do that. And then you instantly, when people start doing magic, they switch into this magician mode.
Right.
And it's not them, you know? And the reason I get booked all the time is because people just want me at their party.
Yeah.
You know, that I'm a funny guy, you know, quite good looking, and they think, you know, he's modest
as well.
He's gonna enhance the party because it's fun.
Yeah,
you know. So they'll have a chat with me. I'll have a chat with them.
Yeah.
You know, I'll do a couple of quick tricks. They'll have a chat. Have a little chat. Just be yourself.
That's great. No, it's great advice, and I agree with everything you're saying.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So one last time, guys, if you like Paul's Balls.
Hang on, because they can't seem to find it on our website, so I'm just going to drop in the link. Give me 2 seconds so you continue speaking.
Okay, so below in a moment the link will pop up, guys.
On Facebook, yeah.
On Facebook for Paul's Balls. The first 20 people will get this absolutely free of charge, 50 Shades of Gold. Hopefully you got a spare one of these for me as well.
Do you know, I just mentioned about this, we've given this out to like people at conventions and stuff, you know, and people don't think anything of it. This is an absolute, that should be
all you've got to do is just read the
£100.
quotes on the back
Yeah,
of the book.
it should really be like £100 because this saves you years and years of messing up on stage.
Because he's been there and done it.
Yeah, he's been there and done it, like, you know, for donkey's years. And I mean, I video, this is another little tip I'll give you. I video every show I do, so every cabaret show I do, I video it and I watch it back.
Wow.
And I'll see the mistakes I'm making.
Mm-hmm.
You might be moving around too much. No, when you're performing, you don't realise that.
No.
You'll think it's going great and everyone's clapping, but you'll have loads of dead moments, you know? And you can watch them and think, right, I mustn't do that, I've got to stand still, I've got to talk to the audience, you know, lots of little things like that. So I video every show.
That's great, because the moving around can be one of those things where if you're not 100% comfortable with what's next, your mind is going, what's next?
Absolutely.
And that's sort of the moment you start to move. But
and you see like Michael McIntyre running up and down the stage, you know.
Yeah.
It don't work. When you're doing a cabaret, you need to stand there and talk to people, talk to your audience,
No,
let
that's
them
great.
see the effect.
Brilliant, mate. But thank you again for joining me. Absolute pleasure. I know you're going to show us something a little bit later on as well.
I mean, it's not a lot.
No, but it is really cool, and I can already see how I'm going to use it.
Yeah.
So we'll come back to that later. But hopefully Pete has found the...
I think there was a mistake on the website, which, fingers crossed, I have now corrected. I'm just going to double check that now. So, yeah, that should be... I'm going to go onto Facebook now, and we are going to pop this underneath.
Okay, I'm just going to do one thing here. Perfect. All right, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to throw the camera back over to Pete and Michael because they are going to transition through into another one of Dobson's famous videos. So let's throw back over to Michael and Pete right now.
Right, so I'm still on my phone because I'm doing this link thing.
Cool.
So let me have a look here. Yeah, you have a chat with them. Tell them what it's all about.
So today what we're going to do is give you some special offers, which Pete is working on at the moment. But we're going to segue into one of Wayne's favourite illusions that he did on A Kind of Magic.
Right.
I'm sure there's a lot of Dobson fans out there that may have seen this before, but there are certainly a lot of people that haven't seen it because it's not available on DVD or anything like that.
So what is this?
It's called A Passage in Time.
A Passage in Time. I remember this from the show.
It's a great trick.
It is a brilliant trick.
Great illusion. So, should we show it?
Yeah, this is A Passage in Time.
Thank you very much. Watch. 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 Hi, I'm a collector of time. But what is time? Is it reality, or is it just a state of mind? I don't know. But what I do know is that for centuries, man has been attempting to go back and forth in time for hundreds, if not thousands of years. But what they have never experimented in is going back and forward in time by much shorter periods, like weeks, days, hours, or even minutes. Well, that's exactly what I intend to do this evening with the aid of this very special box. Now, this box may look nothing special to you, but when you see what goes on inside it, you'll realize exactly how special it is. First of all, I'm going to try an experiment of going into the future. Now, a lot of people say that once you're in the future, it immediately becomes the past. I know this sounds confusing, but if you watch it, then it becomes completely apparent. For instance, here is a freshly laid egg, which I will place into the special box. Now, if I was to push time forward, surely something would happen to the egg. Maybe this. Okay. Now we'll take the experiment a stage further. This time, we're going to go back in time. Here is a can of beer, which I will take and pour into this glass. Now, I would say the pouring into the glass takes approximately 25 seconds. There's the can, and there's the glass. So, if I was to put time back by 1 minute, surely this would be the result. One empty glass and one full can of beer. Cheers. Okay, this time we're going to try it with a larger object. I say object, it's living. This is a 3-month-old, beautiful Samoyed puppy, which we place into the special box. What I'm going to do is to put time forward approximately 7.5 years. Now, I know what you're saying. It's impossible to put time forward by 7.5 years on a watch. But remember, this is the world of illusion. Nothing is impossible. Hello. Come on, then. Keep going. Hello. This time, we're going to try the ultimate experiment. With your permission, and of course your time, I'm going to put myself into the past with the aid of this watch. Thank you, girls. Okay, girls, if you'd like to gauge your attentions at the top of this box, you'll see my hand there. I'd like one of you to take the watch. Would you do that? That's great. What I'd like you to do now is to turn the watch back in time 5 minutes. Once you've done that, I'd like you to hand me back the watch. Okay, thanks very much. Now, if I could truly go back in time 5 minutes, surely the box would be empty, and I would be sat in this chair saying, "Hi, I am a collector of time."
Right, so that was Passage in Time. A couple of things that have popped up here. There was a mistake on Paul's balls. I've now corrected that, and the product is on the front page. You can see it there. And for those of you that missed it, the code is Dobson Live. Okay, Dobson Live. And the first 20 purchasers of any of the special Dobson stuff we have here will receive the free 50 Shades of Gold booklet as well as the discount on their product. There's a couple of questions for Paul that have come in. There was Philip Sweeting said, great point, Paul, but haven't you just told us Paul's Balls comes with complete script and routine? Shouldn't we come up with our own? I think the point you're trying to make is you come up with your own style.
Sure. I mean, I've released this trick purely because, you know, I've written a routine for you. You don't have to use that. You know, you can basically, this sort of trick, it's self-explanatory, so you don't even need a routine, to be honest. You just say, I've got a book of lottery numbers, choose one, I'm going to try and read your minds.
Yes.
You can do that.
Also, the reason why it's through Diedrich, the magical Wayne Dodson, is because Wayne's got his own toss deck routine, which works very well with Paul balls.
Yeah.
So, and you get that as well.
So with all thing, and something I do is I might see someone's routine, or when I'm working on a joke or something, I'll hear an old joke, and rather than copy it, and I know a lot of people like to just watch a comedian nick their gags or nick some of mine or other people's, is I look at that joke and I'll rewrite it into another form of a joke. It doesn't have to be a million miles different, but just so it suits you. You know. There's a couple of good points here. So on that point, feel free to use my routine as exactly word for word if you want, or if not, come up with your own. But as long as you put your stamp on it, I think that's what we're trying to say.
There was a good point as well.
I think Spencer had a good one, and Gareth. What if the number goes wrong?
There's Spencer there. Yeah. So what happens when they get the wrong number and one is left standing?
Okay, so with the book, and obviously it's a Svengali principle, if you explain it correctly, they will put it in their hand and lift it up and look at a number. Or, another way you can do it is you just walk around the audience and flick through the book and say stop. Mike's just giving me a throw over, Mike. Cheers. A foolproof way of doing it is you just say, I'm going to flick through the book and say stop.
Yeah.
So you flick through, you turn away to say stop, they're definitely going to get one of your
false numbers.
False numbers.
Yeah,
now,
and I've been performing, like you said, the bit for years, and I've never had a problem because you just say to them, hold it in the palm of your hand, turn your head, open up 20 page, now have a peek, make sure no one else sees.
And what I do, when I'm doing this, I am kind of looking. So I make a point. I say, put your hand on top, lift it up, have a look at a number, do that for me, and I'm watching them.
Yeah.
And I say, make sure I can't see, and also try and make sure the people around you can't see.
Yeah.
Now, it doesn't matter if they see it or not, obviously, but so by doing that, I'm sort of secretly looking at them. If I see them flick it the wrong way, I don't make a big deal about it. I just move on to someone else, and I just do an extra spectator. And at the end, I say, we'll come back to you, so I think we're going to use you for something else.
Yeah.
You're different from the others.
Yeah.
You're not normal.
And the thing is, at the end of the day, if they were to, let's say someone randomly picked a number that you just couldn't have got, it's because you're trying to predict the lottery, it's very easy just to turn and say, do you know what, one day I'll get all six and then I'll stop doing all
this. There's basically three ways someone can have a wrong number.
Make one up.
Yeah, one. Well, first of all, they've looked at the book wrong. Yeah. Okay, that's your fault.
Yeah.
I mean, I've performed this probably 500 times or more, and the more you do it, the less it goes wrong.
Yeah.
When you start doing it, you're worried about the performance, you're worried about performing, all sorts of things. So you're not really concentrating. So the one thing is make sure they look at the book. If you want to be full safe, do it yourself.
Yeah.
It can still go wrong because they can forget the number.
Yeah.
That does happen. Some people forget the number. Thirdly, they're just trying to mess you up.
Yeah.
Yes,
and if they're trying to mess you up, then you're not going to have...
There's nothing you can do.
Yeah.
I do have an out.
Sorry to
Dave.
interrupt.
Go on.
A few people are saying the discount code is being applied, but the price isn't changing. So just to let you...
Okay,
know.
so guys, as soon as we move over to Dave, I'll take care of that here. So don't worry about that. Dave will give you a shout when it's up and running. But yeah, I mean, I really like this. For one, I think the quality of the book is absolutely superb.
Yeah, it's very, very well made.
And for two...
And will last you years, actually.
Yeah, it will. And the other thing is as well, as soon as you mention the lottery, it's like mentioning money. People are interested.
Yeah.
You come up with a routine that revolves around money or gambling or anything like this, and your spectators are instantly... paying attention. And the lottery, you know, we all do it, we all have those dreams, and people know what this is. I think it's a great routine, and for something so small that fits in your pocket, I think it's a 15 quid. It's a steal.
I know for a fact Spencer, who's been on it, Spencer is doing this after weddings in his big wedding packages he does. But I'll give you the quick out now. I mean, Mike, you do it, don't you? Dave, you've started doing it. Peter will be doing it. But I'll give you a quick out. So if it does go wrong, right, and there's one person left standing, what I say is this. I say, you're different from the others. You're not normal. It gets a laugh. And I say, think of your number, and I have a bit of paper in my pocket. Say, I wrote down a number on here earlier on today. What was your number? I open it up. It says correct. Gets a big laugh. It's an old gag, but it gets you out of a tricky situation. And for just a little bit of paper in your pocket, you know, you just stick it in there. You think, honestly, 1 in 100 that might happen.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Yeah.
So if you follow the instructions,
more chance of winning the lottery.
Yeah, you have got more chance of winning the lottery than it going wrong. To be
right,
honest.
guys. I have just changed the code. We'll give this a go. The code is now just Dobson. Okay, so try it out, Dobson. If it's not working, let me know. But that should be working fine. Okay, so give it a go, Dobson. And if it's not working, drop us a message here, and we will get that corrected before the end of the show.
And very quickly, it's so easy to do this. The numbers are in full view that you need to, so you don't even have to remember the 6 numbers.
Oh, so your crib is there?
The crib's down the front of the book.
Absolutely perfect.
It's also, if you've got incredibly brilliant eyesight, it's on the barcode here, but I mean, that's...
Question as well, someone said, can you get a lottery ticket printed on the day with the numbers.
Yeah, I know quite a few people who do that. I'm not a fan of that personally, because I like the fact of that I've given the book out, they've looked at a number, and I'm reading their mind.
Yeah.
Okay. If it's like any form of mind reading, you can overthink it.
It becomes a prediction.
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing. A lot of people miss this when they're doing mind reading. They tend to add kicker. But if you've just come out and you've just put this big presentation into just concentrate on reading your mind, and you go, I knew it all along. I thought, well, what was all that for?
Exactly. You know, and a lot of people do that, and it works really well and plays really well for them. And that's, again, if that's your style, fantastic. Go with it. For me, my whole show it's funny. It's quite quick.
Yeah.
You know, when I'm looking at people, I'm going, think of your number. Yes. Yes. Nothing. Yes, you know, just little gags.
Yeah, and it would work if you had a lottery ticket printed. You could easily do the presentation where we're going to have 6 lottery balls randomly selected. I'm going to chuck it out. You're going to play the part of the machine. You're going to produce ball number 1. You're going to produce ball. So you've all randomly picked balls. I've made one prediction.
Yeah.
Bang.
Exactly.
So it works the same way. It's just a slightly different. Yeah.
And also in most mind reading shows, you know, you've got some form of confabulation or some other type of thing. So, you know, you want to make it slightly different to like every other mind reading effect. You think of something, I'm going to tell you what it is.
It makes sense.
I've already got it written down.
Yeah, it makes sense. So anyway, guys, any more questions on Paul's balls? Keep them coming. Please let me know if the code isn't working. Now, we have got a limited number of these, and remember, the first 20 will receive a 50 Shades of Gold booklet. We are going to move over to Dave in a minute, but I think he's got another question.
You know, it was just there was another comment saying Dobson's not working. Is it because the listing is from the warehouse?
It should, not the warehouse one.
Yeah.
Don't go for the Paul's balls from the warehouse. Go on to our main page.
Someone's got a direct link, I think. So, yeah.
Yeah, go on to our main homepage. I'm just going to check it now in case I'm trying to do this while we're live, which obviously isn't the best thing to do. But it's on our homepage. It's Paul's balls. Click on that one, and the Dobson one should be working perfectly. Let me know if it isn't, but it should be on that one.
Cool.
All right.
And anyone have any problems, you can message me through Facebook, and I'm happy to answer any questions, or Mike, any questions you might have.
Perfect. Well, it looks like actually we've sold quite a few already, so there ain't going to be many of the booklets left. So if you're interested in one, grab it very, very quick, because it does look like they're starting to sell out. Right, so now we're going to pass on to Dave, who's joined by my very good friend Michael Sullivan.
All right. Mike, thanks for having us. Thank you for being here. There we go. We're just throwing my words around everywhere. We are live. Yeah. Now we've just obviously done a great offer on Paul's balls, right? Yeah. So just to clarify everything, the code is Dobson. All right, and it's the one that's on our home page. So any confusion, go to the home page of alakazam.co.uk, find it there, and Dobson is your code.
It's complicated when it's live, isn't it?
I know, yeah,
but it's great. We get a buzz out of it.
We sort it out, so it's all good. I will just throw over to Pete as well, because we have another offer for you. So I'm just going to make sure that we've got all that sorted out for AFW with the same code.
We are going to, if you give me a couple of moments, I'm going to change it now, and it will be Dobson.
Yeah, just so you know, we will we'll go on to this, and then I'll explain that afterwards. But you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
All right,
we're back.
We're back. All right, ready? So, AFW. I have no idea what it is.
I'm not going to tell you what it stands for. If you're a Wayne Dodson fan, you probably work it out.
Right, okay. But it's
a family show, so we need to keep it clean.
Right. It's a wallet.
That is safe, yes, it is a wallet, okay. There's the box.
Tell me why, right? Tell me why I need another wallet. Because that would be a question, right? Because I collect wallets, so I'll get it anyway. But.
Okay, so... Wayne has is just a powerhouse of magic. Okay, if anybody knows him like you do, and Peter and Paul, the two birds fly away.
Sounds right.
Yeah, we're going there. If you know Wayne, you know he's a powerhouse of magic, and constantly rings me up and says, Mike, I've got a new effect, blah, blah, blah. And he shows me the trick, and, because he's disabled, he can't perform it. So I perform it, and I do it, and sometimes I think, blimey, how the hell has he come up with this? I think that's the real magic with Wayne.
Yeah.
That is definitely the real magic.
He does have this knack of just being able to create incredible magic. Even like his all hands-off stuff is just.
Yeah, I mean,
it.
someone mentioned when we was in America that they think he's probably the forefather of hands-off magic.
Yeah.
And it was out of necessity.
Yeah.
You know, the greatest ideas come out of necessity. So. Check out the PDFs, the Look No Hands PDFs, they're great, and the DVD if you can get it.
Look No Hands.
Look No Hands. Look, yes, I'm from South East London. Okay.
But there was a filming of the DVD that I remember, and
and
Russ couldn't say hands.
Russ coined the phrase "Cockney conjurer,"
right?
and it stuck. And I've actually got a YouTube channel and a Facebook and an Instagram and
the Cockney conjurer.
Cockney conjurer. And then Wayne had this poster made by Norm Nielsen, bless him, when he was well, and it's great. You know, it's all good. But we're diverting now.
Cockney conjurer. Show us a trick from this if you can.
Okay, so why would you need this wallet? That's what we were talking about. And so we took these. He had several effects, and we put them all together and came up with this. So this is a close-up show out of one wallet.
Okay. It's a very small wallet.
It's a very small wallet.
Right.
Okay, so let's do this one first. I've got a post-it note, Dave.
Yep.
And basically all I want you to do is think of a 3-digit number.
Yeah.
Take the wallet and write it down on there. Okay, I'll turn my back. Make sure I don't see it.
Okay.
You can show the guys if you want to. But
Don't look at the monitor.
They'll see it in a minute anyway. No, I won't look at the monitor. Promise.
All right.
Okay.
Okay.
Now you're going to put it somewhere where I'll never see it, and I promise I won't look at the monitor.
Yeah.
Can you put it on my head?
Okay. Just make sure it sticks.
Yeah. Okay. Now, do you remember the game Heads Up?
Yes.
You know, where you took a card, stuck it on, you worked it out, and then last year they had celebrities on iPhones, and you used to put your iPhone up and tip it. This is the game we're playing.
Right.
Okay. So I'm going to do exactly the same thing as well. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to give you. So don't look.
All right. I like this premise.
A 3-digit number. Okay. So this goes on your head.
Yeah.
Let me just tear it off and turn around and we'll put it on your head, and if you want to press it.
Beautiful.
So the idea is I've got to try and work out what's on your head, on my head, sorry, and you've got to work out what's on your head. So I'm going to go first, okay?
Right.
So the first number was a 2.
Yeah.
Excellent. I don't get that far, honestly. The second number was a 9.
Yeah.
And the last number was a 6. No.
Can I tell you?
What was it?
7.
7.
You're close.
Off by 1.
Yeah.
Look on your...
Off by 1.
Off by 1. You like that?
I like that.
So this is called Heads Up. It's one of the
Heads Up.
Heads Up. It's one of the trying to make it out. Heads Up. Up the
I really like that. That's fun.
It's a great premise. It's a devious little method.
Right.
And I love it. I mean, Paul and I used to do it with celebrity names.
Right.
And providing you can, without tipping the method, it might be difficult to sort of like figure out how it's done, but how it's written. But with 3 digits, it's really easy.
Yeah, it's really
and that off by 1 premise, which is
Lovely
Neppers,
touch.
was something that Wayne came up with to add that in, and he said it's better than actually coming up with.
But obviously you can hit directly.
You can hit directly, yeah. You can write 297 and say, the same number I thought.
Yeah.
It's great.
Celebrity names.
Celebrity names, like we talked about, a card.
Yeah, nice.
So 9 clubs or whatever.
No, I like that. And straight out the wallet, as you say, first of all, it's not a card trick.
No, it's not a card trick. Which is great.
Everyone always says, it's not a card trick, so it's good. But, card tricks are great, but it's always nice to have something on you that you can just go into.
Yes.
So, I really like
that. As I say, it's not a card trick, so it takes it away. It might be something that you do your ambitious card routine and open or whatever, and bring out the wallet, do a couple of different things, and they're different, but they are different, and they're all in the wallet. It's all contained in the wallet. Would you like to see another one?
Show us one more.
Show you one more. Okay. So in my wallet, I carry my business cards. Okay. So I have 3 business cards here, and they have something written on them.
Right.
Okay. Now, normally I would ask to borrow these, but we'll use mine because they're to hand. Okay.
Right.
So I've got a phone and I've got a set of keys. So take the phone and place it on any one of the business cards.
That one.
Fantastic. Take the keys, any one of the business cards.
That one.
Excellent. And I'll put this in the wallet.
Right.
Okay. So what I want you to do is pick up the business card, pick up the phone, and read what's on the business card.
It says phone. Nice.
Pick up the keys.
Keys.
And just for continuity, we have
wallet. Great.
Okay.
Love that.
Do you know what? And it's a business card giveaway. So once you've done it, you give your business cards out.
I like that.
This is my go-to effect.
That's great.
It's just direct. And I think before the special offer, it's worth the cost of the wallet.
No, I agree.
There is one thing I also want to point out with the wallet.
Yeah.
It's a exciting product.
No,
I love this.
great.
I really do love this. It has an SUC gimmick built into it.
Okay.
And we are the second company, as far as Peter's told me, that are authorised to use the SUC from Mark Strevins.
And can't we go into what that is, I suppose, if you don't know what it is?
Yeah,
Sure
okay.
if you know
If you want to talk to him about it. But, I mean,
yeah,
you can look it up on the internet.
Yeah, it's a great thing to have built into a wallet. What I love about this is, first off, the size of the wallet.
Yeah.
Secondly, the thing that is built in there, which we can't give away and talk about. But
Wayne wants me to, but I don't want to.
It's
we
one
make
of those
business
things.
decisions. It's like, no.
It's useful if you're quite vain as well, like.
That's very well put, Paul. Very well put.
But it is built in here and hidden, which is really lovely. And the size of it is fantastic.
I mean, the size of the wallet is fantastic, and it does hold business cards, and it does hold credit cards.
So that was two.
That was two. There are 5 effects
okay.
that Wayne has come up with. They heads up, which we saw with the post-it notes. You've got mental backs, which is a trick based on a card trick that he brought out a while back. Yeah. Missing Think, which is again another one of my favourites, and if we've got time, we might be able to show it. But we'll see how we go. Money Warp.
Brilliant.
Money Warp is brilliant.
Brilliant.
You take a borrowed banknote, and then you do a cardboard kind of thing. I don't think we'll have time, but if we have time, I'll come back.
Great.
And you make the money disappear.
Very cool.
And then appear back in your wallet. Signed.
I'm impressed by this.
And person effects, which is like a free will type thing.
Yeah.
And that was Peter.
Yeah, he just likes to listen to it.
Yeah,
I know sometimes.
We've been ignoring our YouTube followers.
Have we? Is there any questions
I
about
thought we were
AFW?
watching YouTube.
Well, before we go to our YouTube followers, let me just do this because you very kindly have offered this. Now, if you've taken advantage already of the fantastic Paul's Balls, then you already know the code. It's Dobson. And it's the same code for AFW.
This is an amazing offer. I can't.
Go on, tell us
we're doing it. I mean,
tell us what you've given us.
So normally the retail on this is £40, $39.99.
Which I would say it was worth 100%.
It's real leather as well, by the way, guys. 25% off.
25% off. There you go.
35%.
35%. Hey, 35%. No, I think it should be only 25%. No, it's 30, of course it is 35%. Yes, we're doing it for $24.99.
No.
Wow. Okay, so $24.99 with the code Dobson. All right, when you get to checkout,
and you get the effects, the 5 effects. You use stuff that all magicians have lying around.
Yeah.
The effects and explanations are done. Me and Paul, we did them, and they're on a link to Vimeo, so you get all that. Nice little box, nice little wallet.
Yeah, it's great.
Self-contained magic show in a wallet. Eugene Berger's kind of philosophy there, because he always used to carry his show in a wallet. So.
I love the idea, and what I would say, guys, is like everything we have on this on the lives. You know, there's a reason to watch the lives, and that is the fact that these offers are limited just for you guys. So do take advantage.
And these are limited, because so grab one.
And remember, the first 20 to purchase.
Yeah, get
one of these
50
special
shades.
offers will get.
Oh, what, on this as well?
Well, it's on all
the
so
Dobson
we've got
stuff.
20 of the books to give away.
Yeah.
And the first 20 we'll try and get more out of Mike.
Yeah. If we can get more out of Mike,
I'll get some if you need them.
I just want to say,
I'm tight, mate.
as well, on YouTube, we have had a few people get involved, so I want to say hi to John Smith, Russell Allen, Brian Stewart, Cole Bixby, Gary Brown. There's so many people posting on here. Sorry, guys. We're trying to monitor everything. Jeff Morris is joining us from Ohio. So, hiya, Jeff.
David Copperfield.
Yeah. Nathan Edge. We're trying not to ignore everyone, but we're trying to do a sort of fun-packed show, so it's hard to scan everything.
Said about don't forget to mention he works with book tests. Shall I mention that, Pete?
We just have
the book test.
No, it does. It works. Does. I mean, Steve's written it down there, but it has lots of applications. When you open it and you see what's inside, you're going to love it. And you're going to come up with your own ideas as well.
Certainly if you use book tests and things like...
Oh, yeah, it's perfect as a crib hideout as well.
Yeah.
I was wondering what you were getting on.
Yeah, no. So it doesn't take a rocket scientist to work out as a crib hideout. It's great. And my memory is shocking. No. It is shocking. I mean, I've never memorised pool balls. Do it every week on a Sunday.
Yeah.
I just read it off the...
It's a lot of numbers to be fair.
Well, the average human being can remember 7 items in one go. It's not a lot to remember.
That's what I'm saying. But you get a crib for that. So if you ever see him pull his wallet out, it's like, what's my telephone number?
Yeah. So it's a great crib hideout, which is fantastic. It was something that Pete and I talked about for a long time.
Well, look, guys. Just to recap.
Yeah,
we've still got some Paul's balls left, and remember you can get a 25% discount by typing in Dobson on the checkout, and make sure you get the one that's not from the warehouse. And
do you know what, Pete? You keep on saying to me you're going to string everything out. Let's go 30.
30? Why not say
40?
Why not say?
Let's go 50.
Let's say...
No.
Here we go. Everyone that orders one of these special offers, the Wayne Dodson offers, will get one of those books.
Okay, let's do that.
Yeah?
Yeah, absolutely.
So not only are you getting an amazing discount from the generosity of Wayne Dodson Magic, or the magic of Wayne Dodson, or Wayne Magic Dobson. Not only are you getting that special discount, you're also getting that book thrown in absolutely free. Dave's holding his hand out. Another question?
Oh, yeah, have you checked the AFW code, the coupon code?
I did. It's Dobson. It should be Dobson.
Yeah, Gary Scott's just saying I don't think the code is working. AFW by Wayne Dobson products. Dobson. It's not Dobson 1. It's just Dobson.
Yeah, it's just Dobson. Yeah. It's just Dobson. So if someone's going to buy it, if they pop it in using the code Dobson, let us know if it works. But they are already starting to sell, so I think it is working. But if anyone's having a problem, let me know. It's just that Mike come and sort of said, I've got all these great offers, so we tried to set this all up.
On the fly, yeah.
Before Simon Allen said, World Pay has just crashed. So you guys, come on! You guys, getting hold of the bargains has crashed one of the biggest payment gateways in the world. Well done.
That's what it's all about.
Andrew Reed said it's worked fine for him. So yeah, we're looking good.
Great. So why don't we, before we sort of finish off and bring things together, let's take a look at another item, because there's one item that you've taken around for the past couple of years now. I know you took it to Magic Live, sold out. Every convention you take it to, it sells out, and that is the key.
It's my baby.
It is amazing. It really is amazing.
When we first started producing our products, Wayne would sell his magic to dealers like yourselves. I mean, Pete took quite a few of his effects.
Yeah.
Then we started to self-publish, and the first trick that we self-published was 360.
Yeah.
And that was phenomenally successful. It just went mad. And then we went into partnership with John Allen, and he took our box design and our Paragon. Yeah. So that was fantastic. The key, how can I describe it? It's like our wow. It just keeps selling and selling, because quite frankly, and I may sound biased, but I really mean this, when you buy one for life. It lasts forever.
But it looks so. If you held the real one and the
you can't see it. As I say, my eyes are going. Sometimes I get it wrong. I really do.
It's been used by pros the world over. It's been on many sort of magic TV shows and
lots of other magicians have used it in clips and things like that. Yeah. And I rate how magic effects on how many times I see it on secondhand magic.
Right.
And I've only seen 3 keys in its lifetime.
Fantastic. Well, there's a reason for that.
There is a reason for that, but it was based on the Unikey by Peter Crushed.
Yeah.
And then we sought his kind permission. Through Mark Leverage, and then we came up with a version that allowed you to use a bigger ring.
Yeah.
Because the Unikey was very, very small hole, so you'd only use a lady's dainty engagement ring or something. This one you can use a.
Also, Magic Ballet. Is it ballet or Bailey?
Ballet. Magic Ballet.
Bailey.
From our manor. From our manor. He does a really good handling.
His
you can check it out on the
handling
website.
Is incredible.
Yeah.
Like, and it makes
and you
sense.
did a good one.
Yeah, but I enjoyed his. You take it off the keys, and you got to see it. The
Can
whole
we see
handling
that
is
somewhere?
It's on YouTube somewhere.
Yeah.
Just to let, there's a couple of people saying they've got to nip out. Are there any deals on the keys? There are, unfortunately, not.
No, unfortunately, because of the price of because of the way the key's made, our hands are tied. I wish I could. There might be some occasions, if you see us at lectures or at conventions, where we might be doing it
a bigger run.
A little bit cheaper. Yeah. That's the time to buy it.
But only to save on postage.
Very much, yeah. But other than that, they're price protected, so that is the going price, unfortunately.
Let me say this,
but worth every penny.
Yeah, 100%. And if you haven't seen it, I'd say we go to a trailer now and take it.
Yeah. Let's watch the trailer.
So let's do that.
I love the music for this.
Right, so that was the key. It's a phenomenal trick, and at the price, it's worth every penny.
It really is.
And if you saw how much work goes into it, you'll realise why it is that price. So we've got a few of those in stock, and they're really hard to get hold of at the moment. So if you want one, I'd grab them, because the restocking time is not instant. It takes ages to get anything out of Mike, like blood from the stone. Right, so just to remind you...
It's not me, mate. It's in a little shed.
These are nearly sold out, so we've got Paul's Balls. Remember, go onto the website, use the discount code Dobson, and you will get 25% off.
Let me just say a huge thank you for you guys supporting the lives and everything happening here, because these offers are genuinely for the people that watch live, and the response to this has been exceptional. So thank you so much. Obviously AFW as well is Dobson as the code.
Yeah, and it's 35%. I mean, that's £25 for a leather wallet with 5
Even
tricks.
if you don't use any of the magic in it.
Just that little head trick thing is
Can I just
great.
also point out as well, there's a lot of lady magicians that have come to me and said, I've been waiting for a wallet that I can use. I know Dave Bonsall does a pink...
Who is a lady.
Yeah. Who is a lady. Who does but they come and they say, it's great size, it fits in the handbag, or they can fit it in their sort of like suits that they wear. And loads of women come up and say, what a fantastic wallet for that as well. So,
It's a unisex wallet. Which is great.
Just to answer a couple of questions here, I've got Ian Raymond Walker saying he can't get WorldPay to accept his order. So if you click on the PayPal, you can still pay with credit card. You don't have to pay with PayPal.
Or call the shop.
Or call the shop. We'll take it.
Andy's doing nothing.
He's probably going crazy on the phones.
Remember, guys, as well, tomorrow evening at 7 p.m. our time, that's 7 p.m. GMT or BST, we are doing a live product launch.
And we have a really great offer on a product that we're really excited about. And an interview with Luch.
Yes.
The main man. So.
Yeah, so join us then. It's going to be a good one. So got Mark Call says a big shout out to H. For some of you that don't know, H is my son Harry, who is currently
everything.
He does a fantastic job.
Yeah,
he's got about 15 screens up at the moment.
I was going to say, if you could see the mission control next door, it's amazing. It is amazing, and he works really hard.
Yeah,
back in your room, mate. Yeah, get back. Down, boy.
Yeah, so big shout out to him.
So,
sorry, one more question.
Yep.
We've got Andy Reid that says he needs some new bands for the key.
Go on dietrich.com. There are 20 bands. I don't know. I can't remember how much they are, but you can buy them from our website.
Perfect. There you go.
There you go. So
we changed the name of the company, but the website's staying the same. So that will help.
So we're cutting over to our good friends Mike and Paul.
Hello, we're back.
We're back.
You can take us through an item which is
an exclusive.
Yeah,
an exclusive.
This is this is something I've been using for quite a while. It's not just a sort of a handkerchief, but basically, this is one of my favourite little effects. Is this you can do so many things with. You'll have to use your imagination, but I'll show you a quick example. Is any form of levitation that you want to do, you can do that, and of course it will vanish. But the beauty of this is you can roll it up and put it back in your pocket and bring it out, and it's ready to go at any point. So it looks lovely. You can put it in your pocket anytime you want to float anything, sponge balls, glasses, any transpositions you want to do from one place to another. Use your imagination.
The comedy cloth.
It's called the comedy cloth,
and it's available now exclusively.
Right. Well, we've put it on the website. There's no offer code for this one.
No.
All it is, you go onto the website. I believe it's in the new product section. So go up there. You'll see it up there. There's no photograph, but there's a special offer there. Usually $24.99.
Yes.
And we're doing them for 20. Is it? For £20, and this is the only place I believe you can get them at the moment.
Can I just say,
they're not even on our site at the moment.
Let me just say, with this sort of thing, this is the perfect thing that you can have in your cabaret box that will just amplify that moment, any routine really, with either a comedy moment and a visual moment. I've already got an idea how I'm going to work it in to my cabaret, but it's very rare that you can find stand-up cabaret stuff these days that you can just take and adapt and use. It is a hard thing. Cabaret is a hard thing to find stuff that's new and can pack in your bag and play big. And this, I'm sure at home you're already thinking of ideas for comedy shows, kids magic, everything. So very simple idea, but great idea. And I think it's going to have so many applications.
So basically, it's a zombie gimmick that you can fold up, very small, put it in your pocket. Again, I keep it in my bag. Obviously, going back to the point that we were saying about pack small, play big, and
it comes like this.
So it's already. There are currently no instructions, but we are doing a DVD for it.
A link,
a little link to just explain a few bits,
which we'll send to Alakazam.
I will tell you this quickly. When you get one, can I explain roughly what you have to do?
I mean, it doesn't take a rocket science.
So it doesn't take rocket science to work out what it is, but basically, when you get it, you just want to warm it up a bit, which sounds a bit weird, but you do this, okay? You do this a couple of times, and that's kind of broken in now. Just the way it's made so securely, nothing can really go wrong. So at any point you want to float anything, like that.
I like the folding it up at the end.
Yeah, it's beautiful. And the great bit is, look, it's been specially, the way we designed it is there's a bit of a gap at the top. So when you've got this in your pocket, like this, I don't have a pocket, so I'll pop it there.
Improvise.
But that will be in your top pocket. And the beauty is, you're ready to do any form of transposition. You pull that out, completely naturally looking.
Look how clean it is.
And then obviously at some point, you know, use your imagination. You're gonna start doing this.
And it's great for any performer, not just for cabaret performers, children's entertainers.
Yeah.
There's a guy I know who does a sponge ball transposition and uses that as the transposition. You know, that's the magic moment.
Yeah.
You know, you like to show
kids.
the
I
magic
know.
entertainers.
Yeah, lots of kids enter. Well, I don't know lots of kids entertainers, but the few I do know want one. And anybody who's like me wants one.
So there we have it. So what's that called? The comedy cloth. Comedy cloth.
Perfect.
Brilliant.
So that's bringing us to the by Paul Martin.
Presented by Wayne Dodson.
Right, have you finished now?
I have.
Cool. Right. So
I just hear noises right here. That's
it's like being at Lucian Market.
I'll turn for one. Tip for a pound.
Right, so that's bringing us to the end of this Alakazam live. Well, that has been a long one.
Make sure you join us tomorrow night, 7 o'clock our time, because we'll be doing our product launch and an interview with Luch as well.
And there'll be a very special deal for anyone that orders while we are live. If you're not watching live, you won't get the special deal.
To find out when we go live, follow us on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and like or click the bell so you're notified when we go live. So there we have it.
Yeah, perfect. So I want to thank Paul Martin and Michael Sullivan. Come over here, guys. Hello, mind the wires.
Mind the wires. It's all been rough.
Well done, guys. Thanks for joining us.
So thank you guys, Paul. You need to squeeze in a bit. There you go. So thank you guys for watching us. We'll catch you tomorrow night, 7 p.m. GMT or British Summertime BST here on the Alakazam Live. And don't forget to pick up your Paul's Balls and your AFW and of course the comedy cloth if you want to be the first person that's got it.
Can we very quickly thank you two?
Yeah, it's been
Of
great.
course.
We love what you're doing here at Alakazam. And finally, let's thank Wayne Dobson.
Yeah,
of course.
Because
Without him, it would never happen.
If you're there,
Yeah. Well done, Dobson.
we'll see you soon, guys. Take care.
thanks.
We run out of signal.